All right, everyone, we have tonight's starter, Austin Gomber here. We'll start with Danielle.
Yeah, Austin, when you're sitting in the dugout for so long in between innings, I mean, how are you staying warm? You're getting antsy. How do you handle that?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not ideal. You just do the best you can, try to move around, go to the cage and throw if you have to. But, I mean, yeah, it's one of those days that, it kind of felt like every time I came in the dugout, I was in there for a long time. But on the flip side, that means we're scoring runs. So, I love pitching with a 10-0 lead anytime.
Buddy a moment ago said he thought your off-speed stuff, from his perspective, was as good as it's been all year. You agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, at times I think I've had better sliders than I had tonight, but my changeup was really good. There's really good curveballs at times, and I mean, I felt like maybe if it would have been a little bit quicker and I would have been in more of a rhythm, got to find more of a rhythm, then yeah, for sure. I think it had, I think at times I threw some really good pitches. It was just kind of trying to stay loose and trying to find that rhythm. Was kind of fighting that a little bit all night.
Yeah, to piggyback on what Danielle just asked you, is it hard, not in a physical sense, but more in the mental sense, the focus to have, you guys had long innings and their pitcher, their starter is very deliberate. Is it kind of difficult to keep your mind honed and focused on the task at hand, or have you pitched enough in your career that doesn't really affect you?
No, I think actually for me it's the opposite of just like physically trying to stay in a position to where, I'm ready to like make pitches right away with only, 7 warm-ups or whatever we get. I feel like I'm able to do a pretty good job mentally of like staying in it. I feel like I'm a good pitcher for these kind of games. I'm a guy that throws a lot of strikes. So, for me, it's like more of an emphasis on that, making sure I'm attacking the zone when I got a big lead. Tonight, it was just like trying to make sure like physically every inning when I went out there, I was ready. And there was a couple innings where the first guy faced an inning, I wasn't real sharp whether I walked him or didn't get him out or whatever. And then as the inning went on, I kind of, got better. So just trying to, do my best to stay loose, really.
One more from me. Really, the only big mistake you made was to Ohtani, and that's no sin. He has 36 homers. He does that to almost everybody. But your reaction, I thought, was kind of interesting. You knew it was gone the minute he hit it, or the moment he hit it, and then you spun around to watch it. You seemed, as good as you threw tonight, you seemed kind of ticked off that you gave that up to him. What was going through your mind when Ohtani hit that blow?
Yeah, I mean, I was not happy. Regardless of the lead, like even though we had a 10-run lead and it was only a 2-run homer, I mean, I'm not trying to give up any runs. I'm kind of just fighting that, battle, I guess, within myself. And I guess that's why, to answer your previous question with the mental side, I felt like I was locked in because I don't really ever have a time where I take the foot off the gas. So the reaction was obviously I made a bad pitch, but more of I want to throw a changeup, and I shook. He called fastball, and I shook, and he put down slider, and then I threw it. And normally, when you throw pitches that you're not convicted in, that's what happens. So, less about giving up the homer and more about just like extremely mad at myself for allowing myself to throw a pitch that I wasn't convicted in. Obviously, he's a really good hitter, and when you hang a breaking ball like that, he's going to do that. So that was more the reaction was more of completely me being frustrated at myself more than actually giving up the homer.
Okay, before the injury and since then, the numbers are really good. Do you feel like you've kind of continued to roll here, or is there kind of another level you need to get to?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm throwing the ball well right now. Obviously, every time I pitch, there's something that I could do better, right? I mean, if there wasn't, I'd be throwing perfect games. So, like tonight is one of those tough ones, more of like last time, I just didn't feel like I was super sharp, didn't really control counts. I felt like tonight I controlled counts for the most part. I was sharp for the most part, but there was times where it just kind of took me a little bit longer to get going, and that was just kind of part of the game. So overall, happy with how I threw the ball tonight, but you know, there's still stuff to work on. I still don't think I'm like as sharp as I was right before I went down on the IL, but definitely close and getting there getting closer every day.